You are looking live from Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm Rob Helmick, and we're going to be bringing you our trading show today. Maria and I, my wife and I, trade over 30,000 SPX every single year. We're going to show you how we do that. We're going to be trading Crazy Ivans today as well. We're up about $450, almost $500,000 in the last 6 months in $1 million account. We got $1 million account that we use on our YouTube channel, and it's up about 50% in the last 6 months. And we're going to show you all about that. We're going to show you how we trade it. And we also, and that's just using 0DTE SPX. We use AI. We back test about 7 million tests every single Sunday. And then we put all those trade logs into 7 million trades into AI. AI gives me the trades back. I do some massaging. We put it back through AI. Phil is our AI agent for 0DTEs now. And then Phil gives them back to me. And then I put them on using 100% robots, so I don't have to do any trading during the day, and that allows me to do this show. So we give out, no one else does this on the internet. We give out all of our trades, most of our trades, Sunday at 5:55, and I'm here every single day, Monday through Friday at 3:25. And if you want to talk to my wife, she's here also typically on Fridays. Maria's here. Our chat room is a safe space. Feel free to come to the chat room, and you can ask me any question that you want about anything that I do. I'm going to start off by showing you this is my personal account. You can see what happened here. There must have been some tweet of some sort, and the market went skyrocketing to the upside. What's that? Oh, music. You know, I need a producer. And luckily I'm married, and you guys that are married know exactly what I'm talking about. And that really helps because I make boo-boos like that all the time. So let's just start over. Hello, you are looking live. My name is Rob Helmick, live from Daytona Beach, Florida, now without the music and blah, blah, blah. You've heard it all before. I'm a former attorney and internet CEO. I retired at 42, and my wife was a former banker. We started trading full-time. 25 years ago, we traded, like everybody does, little bits and pieces here and there. And then in 2020, after COVID, we started trading full-time 0DTEs and stocks and options. And Maria came up with a spreadsheet in a way, she, before backtesting, figured out a way to do earnings trades. And she made about $4 million I helped her a little bit, but she did most of it. She made $4 million in her first year. And we've been trading options together every single day since then. So she is busy upstairs right now trading, and so she will not be on the show today, but she will be in the chat room, I believe. Porsche Guy is my son, Tyler Dean. He's also in there in the chat room. There's Maria in the chat room. I see Easy8156. I see Time Decay. I see Mario. I see Porsche Guy and Maria. And Don't Pick Your Nose. Yeah, I wanted to come on. Some people ask that I come on at 3:17, but that I don't start the show till 3:25 so they can see it. We do have a survey in here, as we do pretty much every day. I think it's been 15 days now. I think we're 11-4, and you get to, maybe we're 10-4. I'm not sure which, but Maria keeps track of that. And you guys will pick whether I will do a put credit spread or a call credit spread at 15:51. The reason I do that is at 15:50, the CBOE issues the market on close, or MOC orders. If you guys like to talk in acronyms, it's the MOC order. And that shows you where the order stack is for the close. There's the market close, SPX, they close at 3:59 and 59 seconds. Great bar question is, bet somebody a beer that they know what times the market closes for SPX on Monday through Friday, and they'll tell you 4 o'clock, and that is incorrect. It is 3:59 and 59 seconds. And why does that matter? Because the CBOE breaks every second into 10,000 milliseconds, and those they have stocks trading every single millisecond. And so you want to be sure you understand exactly what's trading and when it is trading. So, all right. So let's take a look. Intro music still playing. Crazy day. Yeah, we had there's some trades. You're going to hear trades going on in the background. That's just my robot. And let's go over and take a look once again. So what happened, for those of you that follow along with my Crazy Ivan, you might remember I had about 200,000 in extrinsic value in my Crazy Ivans. And that, as you can see, is down to 64,000. I closed out and made about 134 grand today. You might remember I had, I can have up to a maximum of 65. Crazy Ivans are naked puts that I put on between 45 and 60 days. They're 12 delta when I put them on. I take them off at 25% profit unless I'm greedy. And if I'm greedy, I hold on till 50% profit. 25% profit normally takes 14 days. If I get challenged, that is if the market moves down within 250 points of my strike, then I will roll them down and out. I know I talk fast, but you can rewind this and watch it later. I also have lots of videos on the channel. At any rate, I only use 30% of my buying power for Crazy Ivans. And so that leaves me 70, and I hold back 5%. You hear more trades going on in the background. Let me see if I can turn that down a bit. But so the idea is that what happens is with these Crazy Ivans, I only use 30% for Crazy Ivans. I hold back 5% for safety. And then the other 65% I use for zero DTEs. And that's generally what we do. And so we have two accounts, a $30,000 account and $1 million account that we set up just for the YouTube channel. And we'll talk about those in just a second. But let's finish up on these Crazy Ivans. You can see I've been closing. Let's just see if I can't take a look, see. So these are all the Crazy Ivans. This is just for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I was making 8,000 or so for each one of these. So I made, I don't know, $120,000, $140,000 today doing those. Having said that, all of these were red, and some of them were red 150% or so. And so now they've all come back. And if I followed my own rules, I would close these at 45%. You know what? This shouldn't be set at order change. It should be set at custom. So these should be, I should be closing these out, but I'm greedy. And, you know, here's the funny thing is we are up 750 points today. I told Tyler 600 would be absolutely positively our max. And so he followed my advice. I think he bought a put today, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he was scalping. I don't know. I know he was scalping quite a bit today, especially after the big move. But once that came out, I just started selling like wildfire because, you know, I was closing stuff at 50, 60, 70% profit. And I ought to take one of these off. Matter of fact, this is a trading show. It's a trading show, right? Let's do some trading. So let's take one of these bad boys and let's close this thing. What is it? 39. Tyler and I's favorite number is 42. When he was 9 years old, he constantly asked me questions and I got tired of it. So every single question he asked, I answered 42. Little did I understand that is Jackie Robinson's birthday and that every baseball player wears 42 at least on one day a year. We're going to put this in for 42%. We're going to do one. And so they want me to pay him $129. I'm saying, no, I'm only going to pay $122. And if you're crazy enough to take it, if you're a crazy Ivan, I'll take it. So we're going to go ahead and send that order. It's a trading show. Let's see what we can do. So this trade is working, obviously, at 122. Like I said, this is live. There's no hidden things here. Let's take a look and see where we are with our real time today. Here is our $1 million account. And you can see we are up around $4,000. We were down around 30,000 earlier today. And, you know, it's plus or minus 30 grand. I've had my biggest losing day was $65,000. Don't get me started. But the second biggest losing day was about 35. It's about 35,000 plus or minus. We win about 60% of the time. I'll give you some great gory details on that. The $30,000 account, it's having a rough go of it today. It's down $400 or so. But the day's not over. We'll see how we do at the end of the day. So let's see if I have any questions. Intro music, so playing Crazy Day. Wow. Hi, Rob. Hello, all. Oh, there's Pacertron. There's Megan in there. What is the average delta when they approach your 250-point uncle point? You know, I don't know. That's a good question, Joe Walker. I don't know. All I do on these Crazy Ivan things is I go over here. And so if I'm going to put one on, I'll just go, I know it's really simple, but I've been doing them for so many years. I just go out 45 to 60 days. And so my choices are 45 or 59. I always like to go out a little bit farther, give me a little bit more time to be right. And I'm in no rush, right? I go to 12 Delta. I don't like the 600s. Normally I'd be at the 600 here, the 12 Delta, but I don't like that. I like the zeros. So on the thousands or the 500s or the 750s or the thousands again. So let's just move it to the 500s here. And so what I would do is my wife, Maria, she likes me to go at least not one here, but two steps. So I'm going to say they're offering me $208, $206, and I'm going to say, or 206 credits, whatever you want to call it, the handles. I'm going to say, give me 226. All right. So if they give me 226, boom, boop, ba-doop. And that trade is now out there. So I'm looking to close these at 122 and I'm looking to open new ones at 226. And that's about how it works. You know, you can see how you can make profit that way. If I was going to close this thing, if I was going to put it on, notice it's usually around 15,000 in buying power and $4,100 in credit. And I close at 25%. So I make $1,000. And if you make $1,000 every 2 weeks, that's 26 times a year. That's $26,000 on 14,000 in buying power. Last year I had to roll, I think it was 1 or 3 of them down and out. And so that can cost you a little bit, although all those came back to make the 25% profit. And so, if you're making 26 grand on 14, it's great. Even if you only do half as good and you're only making 13 on 14, still fantastic, right? Still fantastic. I get it. It takes a lot of money to do these. Absolutely does. If you want to, and it's pointed out to me by some people in our Discord, if you wanted to, you could just put credit spread by buying into long. Now you're only going to get $425, but it's only going to cost you $913 in buying power. That's great. In addition, it makes it a little more complicated to roll it down and out, and because you're going to have a 4-sided trade rather than just a 2-sided trade. So, all right. Say, crazy day. Wow. What is the average delta? It's good day, Rob and Maria, right? Message deleted. Don't delete your messages. I like to read all the messages. Don't worry about that. DF 945. He deleted the message. I don't want to put that on there. If he deleted it, that's fine. Any other questions? If you have any questions, there's no question that I have not asked myself in a chat room on Tasty Trade. Okay. I have asked so many questions on there. I asked so many questions, they invited me to do a regular show on there. Same thing with Options Omega. That's the software I use for backtesting robots. And they asked me so much. And by the way, I'm on Fridays now at 9 a.m. for a half hour, though last week I was on for 2. They kept me on there for 2 hours. So if you are going to be interested in what I have to say, I don't know why you would. But if you are interested in what I have to say and how I trade, everything is free on this channel. My grandkids say I should charge, but so far, no. And I'm on there for 2 hours every single Friday I'm on there for 30 minutes from 9 to 9:30, although they said we'll go longer if I chatter, and I do chatter. So I want to quickly go. Let me read the chat room again. Hello. Okay. Thanks. I think I've got it down there. The time check is 3:37. At 4:49, I will close the poll. There'll be no more people in the poll allowed. Let's see, where are we at the poll right now? We've got 26 people have voted, and we're looking like a put credit spread, but it's not. This game is not over yet, right? It's not over yet. So let's take a look now at the trades for the week. Maria and I give you the trades every single week. We go on at 5:55. And on Sunday, we give you all the trades. Just so you know, we're up $482,000 in the $1 million account doing 119 trading days. And look at that. My grandkids put that in there, much to my surprise. So this is for today. Yes, we got the profit. Yes, the kids' surprise. And so we were making about $4,000 per trading day. We have about 60% winning days. Every month has been profitable since we started doing that challenge. In both the $1 million account and the $30,000 account. Okay. Our max drawdown was 5.7%. And testing. And we're back. I have no idea what caused that. I apologize. We are less than professional here on occasion. So gosh darn it. All right. But we're back at least. So here we go. Make sure everybody can hear me okay. I don't know where I stopped. So let me just talk to you a little bit about the Sharpe ratio. This is what funds use all the time. I just want to make sure people can still hear me. Hopefully that you can. It's back. All right. Thank you guys very much. Monkey see, monkey do. Too late, Jake. Mario's in there. Hi-fi. Hi-fi. We need some hi-fi. We need some hi-fi here. I'll tell you that right now. I cannot say what that is, but it's iced tea with lemon, a little bit of artificial sweetener, and apple cider vinegar. 40 years drinking it. Delicious. G2G. Good to go. Okay, even I know that loud and clear. All right. So let's take a look. See. So here's what's important with the Sharpe ratio, and it's very good. So here we go. Longest losing streak 5 days. Am I going the right way? I hope so. Here's how we calculate the KGAR, and so this will give you a pretty good idea of what we're doing here. This is the $1 million account as of yesterday, March 30th. And you can see we're up $482,000, capture rate of 8.8%. We sold $5.5 million worth of premium, and we've had 17,871 trades. And you notice it's a pretty nice, steady thing going up. What's really cool is that here is the $30,000 account, and it's also up 50%, right? And its capture rate much lower because it uses 50 wide wings. It's only done 3,241 trades. But you look at the two charts, right? Look at the two charts. they're really similar, right? They're really similar. People get in a panic, and you know who you are when we have down days, right? Who remembers these down days? I don't. You know, if I told you that you'd get if you gave me $1 million, I'd give you back $1,482,000 in 6 months. Everybody would have signed up. Likewise, if I would have told you that if you gave me $30,000 on October 1st and I would give you back $45,000 6 months later, you absolutely positively would take it. So I think the proof is in the pudding here. We do definitely have a system that has been proven. People often ask me, why does it work? And it's just a matter of mathematics. It's just a matter of understanding the human condition, really. If you want to think about it, when it comes to zero DTEs, we are just trading against other people. We're not investing. We don't care about, the earnings were good or bad, or Trump said this or Trump said that, or what's the future. The future ends at 3:59, okay? So it's just a matter of, and people go crazy because I say it every single day, you're just trading against the herd. We just want to know, where is the herd selling premium? All we do is sell premium. Where are they selling it? And we just want to sell it somewhere else. They sell it here for $1. We'll sell it here for $1.25. We'll make a lot more money. So we look at 7 million trades every single weekend, and we say, AI, tell us what are the best 250 trades out of these 7 million. Then AI, Phil, gives those trades to me. I look at them, I don't want to put on all the trades at 12:07, right? I want to split them out. And so you want to have diversity in what you're doing, non-correlation, sometimes the mathematicians call it. And so then what we want to do is we put it back in there. We look at risk tolerance, who's got how much money. If you got more money, are you willing to risk it? If you're cheap like me, you don't want much of a down day. Some people can take 20, 30% down day. Those people will make a fortune if they can live through it. I can't. 10% is a lot for me. That's where I am. I'm not the most, risk on type person. Some people might only want 2 or 3% risk. That's fine. That's fine. Just pull back. It's just risk reward. You'll get lower returns, but your up and downs will be far different. So, okay. So now let's take a look. Maria needs to stop cleaning under your desk when you're on, Rob. Pulling out the inner wire when dusting, only pulling your leg, Maria. Yeah, I will tell you, our house is the cleanest house on the planet. Tyler will tell you, and I will confirm, that growing up, there were many rooms in our house. We were never, and by the way, it's not our house. She always refers to it as her house. I say, I live there. She goes, yes, you live in my house. And there are many rooms where the carpet has been vacuumed with straight lines in it, and we are not allowed to go on those ever. So that is the way it runs in our house, and we are thrilled by it. I do not want Maria's job. I've seen that job, and it does not look like any fun at all. I prefer to lay out by the pool and to go surfing all day. That's why I use robots. Okay, so what time is it? We got 3:45, so let's just take a look at where are we with our real time here. This is the small account, and here is the large account. Look at that. We're up almost $5,000. All right. Rob, do you think this end of the month, end of the quarter day will have people selling or buying here at the close? Profit equation HQ, I don't know. That's the answer. And I know I drive people crazy in that I often say, I don't know. But let me tell you something about trading, okay? In my view, and this is my view, no one can predict the market. And I will tell you, not only that, they don't know that, you know what? We need to zoom in. They don't know, they can't know, and they'll never know. And I'll prove it to you. If they did know what the market was going to do tomorrow, heck, if they knew what one stock was going to do tomorrow, why in the world would they tell us? If I knew, I wouldn't tell you. I might tell you, but I wouldn't tell very many people. I would go put all my money in that account, right? And if I could do that 3, 10, 15, 20 times in a row, I'd have all the money in the world, right? But they don't. So when the biggest funds tell you, well, we know what's going to happen, they don't. If you see someone on TV saying market's going to go up or market's going to go down, they don't know. That we have a running joke, Tyler and I do. The answer, not always 42, it's 50-50. What are the chances that so-and-so hood's going to be up tomorrow? 50-50. What's the chance the market is going to be down tomorrow? 50-50. What's the chance the market is going to be up in the last 9 minutes? 50-50. Now, I will tell you this. When we back test, the only day where we really have predictability is FOMC days. That's the Fed announcing rate changes or rate continuations, when Powell has been in charge. And the reason is, and that's just when Trump is president, right? That's the only time. The FOMC comes out 8 times a year. So it's, you had 32 times before when Trump was president and Powell was in there. And then you had a couple of times this quarter, this presidency as well. Because, Powell's got a hard on for Trump, and rightfully so. Every day he goes to these press conferences, and the first question is, what do you think about Trump firing you? He says, Trump can't fire me. They say, yeah, but what are you going to do if Trump fires you? Trump can't fire me. Okay. I said, I'm not going to answer any more questions if you ask about Trump. And they said, okay, I got a question. What's the question? What's your wife feel about Trump firing you? And it's got to drive him crazy, right? It's got to drive him crazy. Trump call him an idiot and dummy and slow, whatever he's calling him. Nobody likes to be called names. I don't like it. You don't like it. Of course, Powell doesn't like it. So, Powell gets up there and the decision of the Fed is distributed to the public at 2:00. It goes whichever direction it goes. He starts taking questions at 2:30. He has to read off what the committee decides for the first 15 minutes. Then he takes the first question and his answers go like this. Oh, we didn't change it, or we lowered it, or we raised it, right? And he says whatever we did. And then they say, is it a chance that you will raise rates to the moon? Oh, well, there's a chance, if the market supports it. Well, why would he say that? Of course they're not going to, or they're not going to raise it a point or 2 points. Of course they're not. But he just says, well, I just said there was a chance that the numbers supported. So, that's all I did. And he knows good and well it's going to tank the market. And, everybody blames the market on Trump. So it's fine. All I'm telling you is when we back test it, that's the one day I stay out of the market. That's the one and only day. I back tested high VIX, low VIX. I back tested end of month, end of quarter. I back tested days of the week. People telling me there's a rumor going around on the internet. The worst day, the number one worst day, the biggest losing day on 0 DT SPX is Thursday. That is not true. I back tested 7 million trades every single weekend. One of my favorite stories is the head of Tasty Trade. You know who he is. He used to tell me, Rob, I was a floor trader. Don't tell anybody I said this, but I was a floor trader for 30 years, and I watch your videos, and I was counting up my trades, and I didn't trade 7 million trades in 30 years on the floor. You backtest 37 million trades. I didn't trade 7 million times in 30 years. You backtest 7 million trades in one weekend, right? And you use AI, so AI remembers it all. He said, I can't tell you what trades I did yesterday. So, of course, we have an advantage. We're not any smarter than anybody else. We just have more information for the first time ever. And here comes some trade. Oh, someone's doing the Qs. Maybe that was me. No, I don't have any crazy Ivans out there. But somebody's closing out some Qs at 122. So of course we have an advantage, right? We know we can figure out where the herd is and other people can't. And they're not because they're stupid. It's just because they don't have the data. They're following some of these gurus that charge them a fortune, arm and a leg on the internet. And that's great. And maybe they'll catch, lightning in a bottle. Maybe they'll be right. But we've done 17,000 trades, right? 17,000 trades. And, here's where we are today. And here's where we are for 17,000 trades. So you tell me, right? You tell me. All right. So let's take a look, see at where are we? 800. You see this? I don't know if you can. 800. We're up 800 points. 800 points in one day. Why did I close those out earlier today? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Look at these numbers are going to be crazy, right? Look at this. 45%. Maybe I did get a fill. Maybe that was me. It was me. No, 350. Is it 350? Oh, shit. 350. Shoot. I can't say shoot. 350. Got to close the poll quick. Let's close the poll. What is it? What do we go with? Put credit spread. Yikes. Hold on your hats. Put credit spread coming. Put credit spread. Where is it? Put credit spread. Jeez Louise. I just started yapping. You guys didn't stop me. Put credit spread. Put credit spread. See all the calls. You know what I got to do? 1551. Put credit spread. Here we go. Boom. There we go. And let's go over here to the SPX. And here we go. All right. So we're asking them $210. They only want to give us $53. Those dirty dogs. That's never going to work. We want $2. They're offering us 48 cents. What in the world? What? We're never going to. Must have been some big movement in the Qs here or in the SPX. We're asking $195. They want to offer us 43. We sure as heck aren't going to take that. So I hope you guys are watching it right up here. This is where we're trying to put on the trade. Notice that the robot's trying every 6 seconds. Every 6 seconds, we will now take $185. Our offering is $38. Get ready. I'm going to put this on again as soon as it stops. Here we go. It's going to stop here in 3, 2, 1. Looks like we're asking 180. We're asking 175. They're offering us $50. We're not going to do that. Come on, man. Come on. 170. They're offering us 45. We're never going to do that. Shoot. Come on, man. Give me a fill. Come on. Come on up and boom. All right, we're going to rock it in again. Get ready. Here we go. Boom. There we go. How about that? We asked for 240. We got 280. There we go. 65.30. And it's a call credit spread. Oh, did I put on the wrong one? Yikes. I put on a call credit spread. You know what we better do? We better go back and better put in a put credit spread too. Well, I think it's kind of too late. Let's see here. 51. Oh, you guys want to go twice? Why not? Let's do twice. It's twice as nice. And what we put on it, we put on a call credit spread. Let's put on a put. Come on, we'll get both sides of this bad boy here. There we go. There we go. 125. Let's see if we can't get a put. We got the call on. The call. We're going to put this on. So we'll see if we get a fill. We're asking for $120. Look at this. You get 2 for the price of 1. You're going to get 2 for the price of 1 today. Give me a fill, Phil. We may not get a fill on this one. Come on, we want $115. They're offering us 78 cents. Give us something here. We're going to get anything? There we go. So we got 110. Okay, so let's do, first of all, let's put on the call side is 65.30. 65.30. 65.30. Right there, right? Okay. And that is what is that? That is the call side. So we want it to be under 65.30. That's not too good. We want it to be under there. We're kind of high right now. No, we're kind of low. We want it to be, we want it to be under. Oh, okay. That's all right. We're all right. We're all right. So 65.30, that's the call side. So we want it to be under 65.30. We want it to be over 65.15. Over 65.15. Over 65.15 right there. All right. So now let's make this fun. Oop, there's my dog. What's she upset about? All right. So we want to finish. If it finishes between these two blue lines, Daddy's going to make $330 plus what's 3 times $280? It's a lot. That's what it is. It's a lot. This is kind of exciting. I like doing this. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. They're fading it, Rob. You might be good. We might be good. We might be good. Look at this. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. You're supposed to trade like a robot. You're not supposed to get all excited. I get all excited. Let's look at how we did the other day. Here's where we are in real time. This is a trade I put on. I can't believe I put on the wrong one. I can believe it, but okay. Hey, look at that. We're up $5,000 in the big account, and in the little account, we're still down $350, but we're catching them. We're catching them. That's the game. All right, where are we? Still stuck in the middle. We want that. Let's keep that bad boy right down the pipe, and we could be golden. This is the end of the quarter, end of the month. People will tell you you cannot trade end of the quarter, end of the month, and I will tell you that is false. We're up $5,000 today. So, and that's on a day where it was all one-sided, right? But let's face it. This is a humongous up day. We're still up 784 points. Are you kidding me in the Qs? Look at that. Look at this number right here, right? Can you see my little mousy mouse? This, okay, so there it is. So you can see this number right here, right? I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy that we're up $784 and we're still, we're still up $5,000 in our account. We love that. $1,170, Mario says. Mario, is that the whole thing? Or is that just one side of it? What's the whole thing? 3 times, that's 330. And what's this? 6. So I bet 1180. That's if we make it all the way, right? If we make it all the way in the middle. Oh, my hands are sweaty. I'm not worried about the $5,000 or the $30,000. I'm worried about this. It seems like people are selling their profits here at the close from today. I think you might be right, Profit Equation. I think you're 100% right. Hey, let me ask you guys, were you winners this month or losers? We actually had another winning month. Give me a W if you were a winner, and give me a no comment if you were if you have longer to wait to become a winner, right? Just give me a W if you were a winner. If you're a winner, give me a W in the chat room. I would love to see how do the kids do that? Give me the W. Give me that W. Show me some W's. If you were a winner, show me some W's in that chat room. That's what I want to see. Look, there's a W. There's some winners. Let's see who's the winners. I know Maria and Tyler were winners this month. Who else? Look at these winners coming in here. I love this. Oh, look at all the winners. Longer to wait. That's okay. You know what it is? The market takes money from the inpatient and gives it to the patient. If you're a patient, you are going to win. As long as you're selling puts and calls, you are going to win over time. Longer to wait. My best trade was the 0DT SPX. My man or woman, my man, my woman, lock and load. We're going to do it. Look at this. Fish Wisher. I see some new names. Too late, Jake. W plus. What? Look at you busting out the W plus. Busting out the W plus. You got to like that. You got to like that. Let's take a quick look at our real time. You know, the problem is the whole market is set up against the smaller trader. I mean, look at this. The small account's losing and the big account's winning. And the big account is spread out. So when you have that gigantic move like we had in the middle of the day, you know, it's the big account has a much greater advantage, Oh, we are under 2 minutes. Are you kidding me? Yes. Under 100 seconds. Under 100 seconds. Mario has guaranteed me that we will win $1,130. Your mileage may vary, but he's telling me we have a chance. We got a chance. You know, let's not get too cocky yet. We still got 82 seconds to go, 83 seconds. I was up a couple of grand, but gave most of it back this week. It happens. You know what? Just be patient. We're going to win. Huge moves today. Yeah, that huge move. Like people were telling me the other day, oh, Rob, those crazy Ivans, look, you're down $250,000 on them. I said, just hang in there. I'm not in the money. You know, if they get within 250 points, I would roll them. The closest we got was about 750, maybe 1,000, because it was 750 away from my roll. So we are robots. We are robots. We are robots. Are you kidding me? If we win $1,100, I'm going to be dancing in the street. I'm going to be doing the penguin dance. All right, come on. Come on. We got 45 seconds. Oh, my gosh, 45 seconds. No. Come back down. Come back down. Easy. No. Down. Come on. 32 seconds to go. 30 seconds. No. Down, you son of a gun. Down, you son of a gun. Where is that? Where's my mousy mouse? Where's my mousy mouse? There it is. There's my mousy mouse. Where we want this thing. Boink. And we want it right down in the middle. We want it right in the middle here. Right in the middle. Stay in the middle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking. What happened? No, I didn't hear the ding, ding, ding. That's it. What happened to my bell? What happened? I didn't hear the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. I love this. This is too much fun. This is absolutely too much. I know I'm supposed to be a robot. I get it. But you'll never tell me that this is boring. And by the way, people tell you, oh, you know, you can't win at 15-51. You tell them what I said, 50-50. Actually, we win 60% of the time. But you can't predict it, right? 50-50. How many people said, oh, you cannot do the end of the month, right? You can't do the end of the, wait a minute, here we go. You can't do the end of the quarter, and you sure can't do end of the month and end of the quarter. Somebody put down a W for me. I got to put in my W. Boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. W right down the hatch. How about that? Winner, chicken dinner. Do I have any butterflies in SPX? Yes. No. Multiple and condors and exponential moving averages is all I do. And I give you all those trades. You know, I did not finish this thing on Sunday, just so you know, just so you can see that there we are, the monthly, there's the weekly. And here are the trades that we're actually putting on in the small account, the $30,000 account. Here are the trades we're putting on in by P&L. Here are some of the top trades that we're putting on in the big account, just so you can see the time dispersion. These are not all of them. Obviously, it's about 160 or 172 this week. So this is just some of them, but here they are by P&L. I tried to give you mostly the most profitable ones, not all of them, but most of them. Talking to the price and shouldn't shout out to submission. I'll try that next time. Yeah, that is so true. M109 Rider, I think that's a new person there. So we won 5,516 in the big account. All right, thank you very much. And let's take a look-see. I'm going to move this over here. So in real time, how did we do? The little account, I think, lost. So let's take a look at that. It lost-ish. I'm going to say, how much is that? Is that about 400, 300 something like that? So it was not ideal, but that's, again, think about it in terms of long. Why think about it in terms of a day or a week? For that matter, a month, right? Think about it in terms of that chart I showed you, right? From October 1st on, 17,000 trades. In the small account, what was it, 3,000, 4,000 trades, something like that? How often do the entries past 330 do not fire? In my big account, they always fire, right? Because I size that one so that they fire every single time. And the way I set it up, and I can show you how to do it, I set up the robots. So I use robots, right? And so the way I set it up is I tell the robot, go out and look for $3. And it looks for $3, and $3 is not there. So it'll look for $3 for 6 seconds. Then it'll go down and look for $2.95. Then it'll look for $2.80. Or $2.85. And it just keeps going down 6 times, right? And it does that every 6 seconds. That's 48 seconds. It takes a breath for 12 seconds. Then it recenters, and it will look for a new strike price at closest to $3. So it might be a different strike price. Say they're only offering $1.50 at this strike price, but $4 at this strike price. They would go to the $4 one and then try and get $3 and keep working it down, right? That's the idea, nickel at a time. And I have it do that for a total of 5 minutes. Until the last hour, I have it check. I think it's every 7 or 8 seconds. But during the last hour, I have it check every 6 seconds because you want to definitely get a feel. And what is happening, the put side and the call side are going on at separate times. They're going with separate robots. And so you don't want to be directional. That's the whole game. You never want to be directional. Our game is we want to try and catch the market when it's in the middle and we win both sides, like we did today, right? Like we did today. That's the idea. And if you don't win both sides, what will happen is you win one side and lose the other side. That's fine. We can live with that. They're not always a match. Like today, they weren't a match, but over time, they match. And again, always think big picture, step way back. Think about that gigantic chart, 17,000 trades in 6 months. And so then the worst is the M&M day, right? Where it's up and down. So that's why, like today, it was just, straight up. It was actually back and forth, and then up, right? And so that's fine. And you saw we basically split the baby, and we got, what was it? Was it $5,000-ish? $5,000, which on, 160, 170 trades, it's basically, we're going 50-50. So if you go 50-50, and the way that I structure it is so that if you go 50-50, you're still going to win a little. And we won that $5,000 or whatever it was. All right. Trade steward, if I look for 1.5 credit, it sometimes doesn't fire. I never speak ill of, I have never used Trade Steward, so I cannot speak to it. There are other robots out there. There are certainly other robot companies. There are certainly other brokers. I use Tasty Trade and Schwab. I like them because of tech support. I like them because of their technology. I like because of their user interface, and I love their tech support. All those things for all three of them. And their commissions and fees are great, but most importantly, the slippage is very low. And so I have not tried a lot of the other. I've tried a lot of the other brokers, and I find them to be difficult. I find them to have a lot of slippage. I could be wrong. Things should change. It's like these trades I do. I am constantly looking for new trades. I am constantly back testing for new trades. And if you have any other trades that you think I ought to take a look at, please send them to me in the Discord or by the way, we never charge for anything. The only thing I charge is if you could just put in some comments. Just any comment really helps. Put in a comment in the video, and if not in this video, in 3 other videos. Just say, hello, Rob, winner, hello to Barbie, our dog, any of that. It really helps the algorithm and helps our channel get out to more people, which is our goal, okay? We just want to make traders better. We don't got any real skin in the game. So except that I do enjoy being told that I'm funny, and it's hard to get around the house. You married guys know what I'm saying. And so it's great when anybody says I'm funny. So, okay, I'm a comedian. What's it called? Aspiring? I forget the exact word. Aspiring comedian. So, at any rate, that's the end of today. We'll see you again at